Yo, what is good, my beautiful misfits? Welcome back to another tutorial video. Now today's video hopefully will be short and sweet. Now I've had a lot of you ask me, does this work for legacy, or is it for legacy and enhanced? Does this work for enhanced? So guys, today we are going to mod legacy, GTA 5 legacy, and I'm just going to show you guys the top 10 essential mods you need. Once you have these mods, you can literally mod your game in whatever way you want. These are the essential mods you will need. This is like modding for beginners. Now those of you who have been modding forever know these mods, so let's not waste any more time, guys. Let's get straight into it. Booyah! If you are into modding or want to get into modding, I have everything you need, guys, from top 5 mods list to modding for beginners and much more. So go check out the tutorial playlists and mod your life away. And while you're there, leave a like, otherwise your pinky toe's gonna smell. But anyways, let's get modding. First thing is first, as usual guys, we open up the links or the browsers if you're following along. Now remember, if you guys know what to do, you can fast forward this part. This is for my noobs, guys. So the first mod we need is OpenIV. Now you can get this from different places, but I prefer the one from GTA 5 mods. Now what is OpenIV? It's a multi-purpose editor and archive manager for PC versions of Grand Theft Auto and other games, but we're using it for Grand Theft Auto 5. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna click on this. This is automatically gonna download it. I don't need to download it, so you're just gonna click on this and it will pop up and download. I have downloaded all of these. I'm just showing you guys how to download them. So now we exit, and the next thing we have is ScriptHookV. This is one of the most important scripts ever, actually. So we're just gonna click on download. It was updated on the 10th of April, so shout out. This gave us a hard time actually because it updated twice. So once you're done with that, you can actually exit. We are done with that. The next one we need is ScriptHookVDotNet. Now a lot of modders are switching to ScriptHookVDotNet nightly, so just keep an eye out for that. Now if you go down all the way, you just click on the zip, it's gonna download. That's it, guys. So you're done with that, you can exit. The next one is ScriptHookVDotNet nightly, the one I was talking about. This is the latest version. I don't know what the difference is really, but sometimes you need one and the other, so I'm just suggesting you download both. Same with ScriptHookV.net. Just click on the zip. When we're done with that, the next one, I think this is important because without a trainer, guys, it could be this, it could be manual, it could be native trainer ASI. As long as you have a trainer, the game is much easier to navigate. So you guys are obviously going to click on current. This is going to take you to the next page, and going to click on download, and it's going to download. Once you're done, we are done with that. Okay, next one is the game config. Now this is the latest game config for the latest game. Don't worry if you have an older game, I'll show you guys how to install this as well. So we are looking for current. This is for legacy. If you are using enhanced, it will say enhanced, guys. Remember that this is for legacy. So we're looking for current. Gonna click on download. You guys know the drill. If you want more mods, always scroll down when you're downloading mods. There's usually more from the creator. So once we have done with that, this is for both legacy and enhanced, so don't worry about that. Can exit. Now here, this nobody has ever really spoken about this. I've seen in tutorial videos. Now this is a big help because 5M users use this, like people who use 5M. A collection of patches, some of which are used by 5M to improve stability, reduce texture loss, and actually use your system's available resources as much as possible. Please note that this script is designed for high-end systems with 8GB or more GPU. So if you guys wanna make it look better, wanna improve everything, just get this. Now I do have an 8 GB AMD Radeon card, so I'm gonna install this, but you don't need it, guys. It's just essential if you want, like I said, better stability, reduce texture loss, and actually use your system. You know what I'm saying? So we, like everything else, gonna click on the current, download, and we are done with that. The next one is HeapAdjuster. Everybody knows what the HeapAdjuster is. The purpose of this ASI remains the same as the original, which is to resolve whatever that is. It's to resolve crashes, guys. Means you can add as much as you want into the game. So we're gonna go to current and download. Mind you, I don't know why some of these are essential, but we just use them. Now the next one is LemonUI. LemonUI is like NativeUI, but it's like the newer version. It's like with ScriptHookVDotNet nightly. It's the same principle, I'm thinking. So we're just gonna click on the zip. Dope script. It actually runs a lot of the mods I use. So once you download that, you can exit. Now guys, you don't have to install all of these at once, because you can't. Like ScriptHookVDotNet and ScriptHookVDotNet nightly, you have to choose one. With NativeUI and LemonUI, you can install them both at the same time. So if a script uses one of the other, you're good to go. So we are going to click on release. It's gonna be called release. So don't come to the comments and be like, I can't find NativeUI. It's going to be named release, guys. I just renamed it NativeUI. But when you download it, let me show you guys real quick. It's going to be downloaded as release. You guys see? So yeah, we are done with that. And last but not least, the Packfile limit adjuster. You can see this is literally what it stops. This is literally what it stops, guys. So if you want to know more, just read. But yeah, we're gonna install this as well. We're gonna look for current, and that is it. You have downloaded all the mods you will need for GTA 5. Let's go ahead and mod the game. Okay, once you have finished your downloads, you will open your downloads folder and you have extracted everything. Your downloads folder should look like this. Now remember, I told you guys NativeUI is called release. There we go. I just like to rename it, because why is it called release? It's NativeUI. It's NativeUI, brother. So yeah, now we're gonna leave everything like this. We're not gonna open anything. We're gonna install OpenIV first. Make sure you have internet connection, guys. Gonna double click on your OpenIV setup. Then you're gonna choose English, unless you're Russian, or you're gonna choose Russian. But yeah, you're just gonna wait for it to gather all the necessary files. I accept. There we go. Now you can choose whatever you need to choose here. So I'm just gonna leave everything as is. Run OpenIV after installation. No, not yet. Like I said, you need internet to download the necessary resources. So we're just gonna wait for it to download. There we go, guys. We have just completely installed OpenIV. Now we go to the actual icon of OpenIV. I like pinning it on the taskbar because it's easier to access that way. So we're gonna open OpenIV now. Let's open OpenIV now. You're gonna click on Windows. I don't know why my voice broke. Okay, so now you're gonna click on Browse, and then you're gonna look for wherever your Grand Theft Auto is. Now my computer already knows, as you guys can see, the path. My computer already knows where my GTA is, so just gonna select the folder. There we go. If you have a very good PC, this shouldn't take too long. Like, things should happen like this, you know. So you're gonna click on continue because it says successfully. Here we go. Gonna continue. Now I like to make sure that my mods folder is there, it's created, everything is good to go before I install any other mod, before I install anything else. So once your OpenIV is open, you're gonna go over here to edit mode, click on it and say yes. Now remember guys, to always work on edit mode, to always work on OpenIV, edit mode has to be on. So now once you click edit mode on, the first time this is gonna pop up and you just click on ASI manager. Then you're gonna install everything you see here. Install. I don't want to allow edit mode only for archives inside the mods folder. I want to be able to mod outside the mods folder as well. If you guys don't want that, you can click yes, and you click on yes. Then open camera. This allows you to edit limitlessly in Rockstar Editor. I like it. So we close, we are done. Just like that, our mods folder is created. Now I will show you. If I just open my GTA 5 real quick, there we go, we have a mods folder. Now we can minimize our OpenIV, we don't need it right now. So since we have a mods folder, I like to prepare it before we install anything. So what I like to do is, since I'm going to be installing graphics mods and other mods into the mods folder, I'd like to pick these two, update and common, because a lot of mods that we're going to install are going to be installed in here. So I don't want to keep coming back and adding a new DLC and a new blah 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 blah. So we're just going to copy that, open the mods folder and copy just that. That's all we're going to copy. Trust me, it's worth it guys.
One eternity later.
Okay, after 5,000 years we are good to go. So fine, that's okay, that's good. We can actually exit out of here and go to the main directory. Now the next thing we're going to want to do is create a scripts folder. So now for that it's easy, you can just go to new folder, all small letters guys, and your scripts folder is ready to go right there. Okay, now that we are here guys, what we're going to need to do is install the game config first, right? Because it's the first thing up here. So we're going to open that. Now I have already shown in another video how to know what version your game is, but if you don't know, when your video starts up, check the bottom right corner, you'll see what version your game is. So mine's the latest, I'm going to use the latest. If you don't have the latest, go to older versions. Goes all the way up to 2.6 guys. Like it's crazy. It goes all the way back to 2.6. So everybody's sorted. Okay, we're gonna open this one up, and for more mods I always go for the base, the stock traffic. So now we're gonna leave it there. Now we're gonna go back to our OpenIV. Let me just make this a bit small, we don't need all that. Now since the edit mode is still on, it's all good. Now remember, we moved stuff to the mods folder. This is what we're going to need to do to install the game config. I install the game config first because that way I can't forget it after installing a car, a house, a map, a shoe, or whatever that needs a game config. So that's why I always do this first. So we're gonna go to mods, update RPF, common, and data. If you go all the way down, you'll see your game config is right here. Now let's just move to the side. You see it's encrypted. Now watch, when we move this, it's not encrypted anymore. So the game will recognize that there's something that will allow things to work. So that's how you know it's installed. Now that we're done with that, we just file, close all archives, and we can actually exit out of our OpenIV. Okay, now we can go back. We are done with the game config and OpenIV, so that is good. The next thing we're going to install is the resource adjuster. Guys, don't worry, this part is easy. We're literally dragging everything to the scripts and the main file directory. So you're going to grab these two. Just going to move them here. Remember, if your game does not have good video memory, then it won't work, guys. The next one is HeapAdjuster. Gonna grab both of them like this. Guys, if it's a .asi file, it goes into your main directory. If it's a .dll file, it goes into your scripts folder unless stated otherwise. Like for instance, now we're gonna install LemonUI, we need to open our scripts folder. So now we are using ScriptHookVDotNet 3. We're not using 5M, we're not using LSPDFR or anything like that. We're using ScriptHookVDotNet 3. So we're gonna drag all three of them. Like I said, a .dll file, you guys see, that goes into the scripts. I'm gonna go back again. Same with NativeUI, it's a DLL. Then we're gonna go back to the main game file directory for the Packfile LimitAdjuster.asi. We're gonna drag that to there. Now go back. Pretty straightforward, guys. Now ScriptHookV, it depends. If you guys want the native trainer ASI, then by all means go for it, but I don't use it, so I select everything here. Now one of these is to override the BattleEye. Yes, I think it's this. So we're just gonna drag that to the main file directory. Yes, replace the file in the destination. Always replace it. The next thing we're gonna install, now I don't use ScriptHookV.net because most of the mods I use need ScriptHookV.net.nightly. So we're gonna install that, but you install them basically the same way. Just drag all of them to there. Go back just to show you guys, it's basically the same thing. Now before we move on, go to where you install ScriptHookV.net nightly. So before I do this, I usually click on this configuration file to see the keybinds. Now if you see the reload keys insert and the console bind keys F4, this usually comes as none and this comes as I'm not sure, but it's fine, so we don't need to change anything. You'll see why. Okay, so we are done with ScriptHookV.net.nightly. I don't know why I'm saying .net.nightly. Okay, so the next one is Simple Trainer. We're just gonna pick these two right here. This is what's gonna make everything work. And just like that, guys, you have installed all the essential mods you need for GTA 5 to work. Now let's go check if the mods worked, if they installed correctly. How do you know if they did install correctly? Well, I will show you. So you have loaded into the game. If you see bottom right corner, that's where you see what version your game is. Okay, so the game clearly loads, it's working, so let's just enter what we need to enter. Depending on how good your PC is, your game should have been loaded in by now. Now if you look on top of the minimap, the scripts are running. One scripts are running but are using the V whatever. That means it has installed. Now to check further, if you press F4, there we go. Coming to ScriptHookV.net, that's nightly. This means it's working. As you can see, the script that's working is NativeUI. That's the current script. You press F4 again, it's done. Now to open the trainer is F3 or RB or R1 and right left on the D-pad. Wait, let's see. Oh, it's actually so if you press R1 and X, that's how your simple trainer is gonna come out. And I am just gonna change the time. So basically it's working. The game is still in its base form, yes, but you can change the weather now. You can manipulate the game now, guys. Enforce snow, whatever you want to do, you can do it. It's whatever. It's free for all at this point. So yeah, that's just to show you that now you can even replace the cars. Since you have your game config in, you can replace the cars. You can start adding graphics mods now. You can replace the roads, the heads, you can do whatever now because the game is stable enough to handle whatever you install. But just be careful that some mods don't work together. So you can't install like a graphics mods, a vegetation one, then install another one that has a vegetation overhaul. That just doesn't work. So bear in mind the things you install, guys. But yeah, I hope that helped you guys out. I'm going to do a 3-part on the best graphics mods for low-end PCs. So yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy that one as well. But yeah, until we meet again, it's been your favorite Misfits signing off. Peace, love, and munchies.